They run into burning buildings when we run out. But did you ever wonder what it takes to do that? Well, tonight we find out.
Davenport is holding a 6-week Citizens Fire Academy. KWQC's Elizabeth Goodsitt takes us to fire school.
Searching smoke-filled rooms.
Okay.
Carrying 50 pounds of gear. Breathing through a mask to get good air. It's something firefighters do on a regular basis, something our class of 18 is learning all about.
What you see on TV is not the way it really is.
Instead, we see what really happens at a fire station, from the kitchen.
We spend a lot of time in the kitchen. We got a lot of really good cooks.
To the lounge, to the dormitory-style bedroom that here at Central Fire used to be a hayloft. This is one of the few firehouses that still has poles.
You can see how far down it goes.
Firefighters still use these, sliding 25 feet down to trucks and engines below. This, where we see the tools crews use.
It's called 5-inch hose. It's very big. It supplies a lot of water.
And get an idea of just how much they have to carry.
It is quite heavy.
It's very awkward.
Yeah.
But not all tools are rubber, wood, or metal.
Bright. Hey, let's go to work.
This is Bright, the department's 4-legged investigator with a leash, a badge, and a nose for sniffing out accelerants like gasoline, lighter fluid, and kerosene.
Her nose is so much more precise than any man-made tool.
In less time than it takes her coworkers to sift through rubble and ashes,
Seek, Bright. Seek.
Bright can sniff out what started a fire, and she's always right on.
Good girl.
Well, from finding the cause of a fire to what many in the class are looking forward to, starting one and then putting it out.
Then 15 or 20 seconds, you're going to have a whole room full of fire is what you're going to have.
Crews light newspaper and old sheets to show us how fire travels, rolling across the ceiling of this trailer.
Here it comes. You got a lot of fire. The smoke detector just went off.
Seconds later, so does the sprinkler.
So see how much smoke there is?
Enough to burn your eyes and make breathing difficult, but not enough to stop us from going again. This time, one of us gets to put this out.
It still gets your heart racing a little bit to realize that you got a live fire coming at you.
A fire Lisa Palmer is able to stop thanks to our extinguisher training.
I'll go back down and tell you what you can't. There you go. Nice job.
This was controlled and safe, but to know that they go in it to protect us was pretty incredible.
And this is just the beginning. In Davenport, Elizabeth Goodsitt, KWQC TV6 News.
Well, using all that equipment takes strength and stamina, and tonight in our News at 10, we'll follow Elizabeth and the rest of the class through the physical agility test.
It's what little boys and girls grow up wanting to be, but becoming a firefighter is harder than you may think.
Last year, almost 400 people applied to the city of Davenport. Just a handful were hired. All of them have to go through a written test, interviews, a background check, and a physical fitness course. So what does that involve? KWQC's Elizabeth Goodsitt takes us tonight to fire school.
All right, guys, good job. That's all right.
Imagine your work uniform weighs 50 pounds, your equipment another 25, and you have to carry it all up 5 flights of stairs in 3 minutes.
You can walk like you normally would walk up steps.
This is where the candidate physical ability test starts. Firefighters call this stair mill the Widowmaker, and you can see why.
All right?
Yeah.
30 seconds.
For our class, this was 3 minutes of hamstring straining, lung burning, hard work.
I don't know if I thought it was going to be easier. It's actually a lot harder than I thought.
The idea to give us an idea of what the job takes physically. Katrina Ivanoff moved here from London a year ago.
So I just wanted to see if I could do it.
Roofer Andrew Hayek wanted the same thing, telling us he may want to be a firefighter.
I've always had it in the back of my mind.
And for him, the ladder raise
All the way up.
is no problem. It's one of 8 events candidates have to get through in 10 minutes and 20 seconds, each one simulating a real-life fire situation, from forcible entry to breaching a ceiling to rescuing a victim. In this case, a 170-pound mannequin that we have to drag 35 feet to this blue drum and back.
Oh, and back?
Something I learned mid-course. But suiting up for the search event is the real eye-opener.
Okay.
It literally takes a handful of firefighters to dress each one of us in turnout gear and a self-contained breathing apparatus.
I'm gonna plug this in, and it's gonna give you a constant flow of air.
Okay.
All you have to do is breathe in.
normal.
Just getting the gear set up is time-consuming enough, but getting down there and crawling around, I just can't imagine what they have to go through when the lights are out, you got heat. It was just hard work doing it in the daylight.
Candidates typically do this in the dark. It simulates searching for fire victims with virtually no visibility and no idea of how a building is laid out. A guide rope we can see, making sure to stay with our partners.
Where's your partner?
Getting both of us through the maze.
It was really fun, but it was also really difficult. As soon as they put that mask on, you panic for just a little bit because you think that you can't breathe and it fogs up and you can't see and you think, is this going to work? And it does, but it's not something I would want to do on a regular basis.
Will she change her mind? There are still 4 more weeks left of the Citizens Fire Academy. Elizabeth will be there for all of them, taking you to fire school.